What is up, folks? This is Ericast, and welcome back to Infinity Minecraft. Alright, so we are still in the normal Infinity world. I haven't upgraded quite yet. That's because today is the 27th. Not sure when this will air. I've got a few episodes recorded. But it'll probably be about time for a release for the new Infinity Hard mode, which I talked a little bit about in the last episode. Some things that I've done. I actually made another one of these. I have the materials now to make even another one, but man, do I go through a lot of lava. So actually I have two ender pumps going simultaneously at the moment. And that's the only way I can even remotely keep up with this. One will not do it. Two of them, it mostly keeps up, but this lava over here doesn't fill up. And of course that's with this running. But if all of these are full, then the two pumps can keep up, because the energy produced by these is actually more than I'm using even with this guy turned on. And the reason he's turned off at the moment is because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to move the ender pumps pretty soon. But also I've been doing a lot of other work. Actually, that's not too much redstone. I went and found another comet. Oops. I've been doing that a lot today. I try to double click to get things from a chest to come into my inventory, and I end up just throwing it on the ground. It's a little annoying, honestly. Like, I'll try to shift click stuff too. But we do have enough materials now to make what we need, because I've got tons of redstone. I've got 856 blocks and still a bunch left over here, and this of course will make a ton more redstone. So I'm not worried about redstone at all at the moment. I've got over 1,000 diamonds. We're looking good. I'll probably leave the quarry off for a good long time. I'm not really worried about materials at the moment, and I don't really have the storage. Well, I mean, I do, but I don't want to fill it up with just stuff I'm not going to use for a long time. I had it running for, oh gosh, 3, 4, 5, about 6 hours, I guess. Be interesting to go down there and see what it looks like, how much I've actually, done. I did notice, this is something I wanted to mention last episode, but I completely forgot about. I did notice that to get anything more than just stone out of the area down there, you need to explore all the chunks that your ender quarry is going to be mining down there. So you need to actually go and physically be in all, or at least the vicinity of the chunk that you're going to be working on. I had made the ender quarry border large enough that I had not done that. So all I was getting was stone. But if you go ahead and go down there and get, just load in the area yourself, then you'll get everything that you're supposed to be getting. I was just getting more and more stone, and I actually sat here and watched for a while, and none of the numbers for the stacks went up at all. And I was like, something's going on here. Before even that, I was realizing that, wait a minute, I wasn't getting any gold. Gold was what I was after, but I wasn't getting any at all. And I was thinking, after an hour of having it run, I should have gotten some gold, Any at all would have been a, saying that, hey, you just are going in chunks that only have gold spawned on them at the moment. Which, being down there, in the deep dark, the ores are more common than they are in the old overworld. But it was still possible. But just watching all of the ores that I've got here, I typed in ore, and I just sat here and I watched the number, and none of them changed for about 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, something's wrong, because I've got the 3 times speed upgrade on there, so I know I've gone through probably a couple chunks by now, or at least one chunk. And I should have gotten, coal. Um, coal was down in this range before I just left it running for the day. While I went to meetings and classes and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Thankfully, that's all fixed. I've still got the same amount of rose gold. Not that I really need it, but weird. Whatever. Still have a lot of diamond that I could get, and I just ended up using a builder's wand and just setting it out because I think that actually, I'm not sure. It gives about, I don't have Fortune 3, I have Fortune 2. So I think it actually gives about the same amount of gold per ore, but I'm not positive on that. But anyway, so what I want to work on at the moment is I want to get my big old energy sphere set up. Because even though this is quite a bit of energy, I want to be able to store more than I need so that when I have to use a ton of them, say with the quarry and other, things, that I have more than enough buffer that I don't have to stop what I'm doing when I need to be doing it. Say if I need to, replenish all that energy that I spent, and say it's more than I can, make at the time, I want to be able to just leave the game running and let that energy replenish. Because there's nothing more frustrating than, getting on and not being able to do what you want to do when you can actually have time to do it. Because we don't all have all day, to be able to play. And as nice as that would be, that's just not the situation I'm in at the moment. I've got plenty of other stuff going on, so this is something on the side that, I really enjoy doing, and of course I would love to make this my job, but I've got another job and I've got, classes and meetings and stuff to go to, so I'm trying to finish up all that, so unfortunately, can't do it. Yeah, I've got a lot of levels here. Most of that I think was from the diamonds. Oh, and I killed the wither a few times just to go ahead and get a few stars, but yeah. Oh, frame drop. Alright, let's go down here and start making the items that we need. Alright, so is this going to automatically go to it? No, it's not. I pulled it up a little while ago, but I wasn't sure if it was automatically going to go to it. If you do it near the same time, that I wish there was a scroll bar that I could just drag down here, because even though it's nice being able to use your scroll wheel to scroll up and down, it gets a little tedious after a while, especially when it's like this one. And I mean, I don't know if you can hear that, but just to go this little distance, I mean, I've already got it down here at tier 7, so it takes a lot of scrolling to do. Kind of wish this mouse had a one of those infinity scrolls, but it doesn't. But at the same time, it's still an awesome mouse, so I like it. It's a Razer Taipan, if you are curious. But yeah. All right, so I need 328 blocks of redstone, and I need 218 of draconium, which I have both of those. And I'm automatically going up to tier 7 because I have no reason to do the lower tiers. As long as you have the materials, I would go ahead and make the big one. Of course, you can, do lower tiers if you don't have the materials. It's a good storage unit, even if... Scroll. Oh my gosh. Even if you can do this. Look at that. 45 million just for the base piece. And the materials are kind of expensive, but they're not that bad. And there you go. Just tier 1. It just has, 6 draconium blocks around it. 273. 1.64 billion. I would say this is actually better per tier in resources than it would be to make these Enderium guys over here, because to get Enderium is kind of a pain in the butt. especially like pre being able to get to the end. If you can fly, especially in the end, ender pearls are really easy to get. But you still need the shiny metal dust, which is a pain. Now, I've shown you in recent episodes how to get a bunch of it, but, you know, that requires you having a bunch of cinnabar, which requires a ton of redstone. So by the time you have everything you need to make one of those things, you've probably already got enough redstone to be able to make a decent-sized Draconic Evolution storage system. So, spell today. I'm really curious about the new power system. It hasn't been implemented yet, and it's not on the wiki. So it's not on the Draconic Evolution wiki that Brandon keeps up. I'm curious. I want to know what's going on here because it has, you know, several pieces to it. I'm like, what's going on? And it's not in the book either. So let's go ahead and get what we need. So we're going to need more than just the redstone and draconium. We're going to need to make an energy core, which is, as you can imagine, going to be the center, which is going to take 4 of these guys, another star, and 4 just regular bars or ingots. Alright, so let's just do it one piece at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we're going to need to make... Well, we can go ahead and make this guy. Ta-da! Alright. We need to make wyvern energy cores, which are going to take these. I need redstone, so it means I need 2 more cores. That's fine. Okay. And we have everything else here. I've got plenty of redstone blocks. I've got, yeah, we talked about how many I have earlier, but if I make 2 of these, just drop them back in the inventory here. It's a nice thing. You can just toss them in there and just not worry about them because when you shift click, they'll automatically go to where they need to go. So, energy core. That's expensive. It is actually kind of expensive. Mainly, you need the nether star. I mean, that's probably the hardest thing for you to get. It doesn't actually take that many diamonds. I mean, it takes, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diamonds, right? Yeah, 6 diamonds and, what, 24 ingots? 28. So 32, 36, so 36 ingots. Plus another 6, so 42 ingots. That's not bad. You can actually get that in the nether. You might have to search around a little bit for it, but actually draconium isn't that hard. If you find one of those hives, you can get that. There's different places you can get it, and you can definitely, if you go to the end, get that many from just the island. So it's, you know, reasonable to be able to make one of these. They're not that bad. Alright, so what else do we need? We need 4 particle generators. Alright, so that means we need 4 more cores. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And blaze rods, which I think I have like 30. And some more redstone, so that should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. The only thing I was worried about is blaze rods, which, let's see how many I have left. Oh, actually I had more. Okay. So I have 86 left, so I guess I have about 100 or so. That's fine. Alright, so pretty soon I'm actually going to be able to set up this in here. If we have some extra time, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I've got everything done in here as far as the outside area goes. I still need to make more drawbridges for looks, but I've got stabilized spawners in each of these. So, yeah, nice. Which took, I had an extra, needed to get an extra 9 of these spawners, and there were enough in what we cleared out yesterday to be able to do that, so that was very nice. Alright, so this actually is an energy storage in itself, but to put energy into it and to get energy out of it, we're going to need two more things. We're going to need energy pylons. Now, I've done all of this in a previous episode, but that episode was like halfway through TolkienCraft, the first iteration of it. That was when I was doing my solo series and before I moved to the official server. Which, honestly, I wish I had never actually recorded on the official server. I wish I had just played on it. Because the server, I mean, it was awesome to be able to play with everybody on there. To be able to play with, you know, Geo, Great Orator, who authored the map, and Vals, and I don't think I talked to Brandon that much. He wasn't on very much, but there's a few more people that, you know, made videos and stuff that were on the server as well. And everybody was really great. But the problem was the server was down so often that whenever I wanted to record, I just couldn't record. So I kind of wish I had not done it, just so I could have, you know, kept the series going for longer. I don't know if I even have that map anymore, but I don't know that that's an option. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish this up. We need to do, oh, and this as a charging station is really, really good. We're going to need to make one later so we can get the awakened Draconium anyway, but I just haven't needed it, so I haven't made one yet. Alright, so we needed to do this, so we've got that. We've got, I think we should have everything. Maybe we don't have Iron Eye Vendor. Okay, we do. I was kind of hoping we did, but I wasn't sure. Alright, so that's got everything that we need to make the base set. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up. How many of each are we going to need? 328. I'm sorry, I'm not... It's what, 5 stacks? Ish? I was going to say, I'm not that good at math. That's what, like 220-ish, 280-ish. That's somewhere about 300. That should be enough. Okay, so all of it like a stack, maybe. I think that should be about right. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I had basically the materials. 64. Is that going to be enough? I don't remember how wide this is now. It's actually pretty darn wide. Distance is really elusive as far as understanding how far this is. We're sitting at Y118, it looks like. I don't know that the text. Yeah, well, Y118. Oh, Z. No. It's really hard to measure that or look at. Yeah. So it's actually a long way down there, and it's a long way across. But yeah, it's really deceptive how far it is. Alright, oh, actually, I need to put that division sigil in here. I don't need that in my inventory. Here's the basic stuff, and I don't need that in yet. I can do that later. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to attach tesseracts to the energy pylons, because it'll be just so much easier to be able to extract and put in energy into the system that way. Let's look. Well, there's something else I wanted. I don't know what it was. I think it may have been a little bit more stone. Yeah. That'll be plenty. I still would like to get a Silk Touch book, but I just haven't had the experience required for that. This is a problem. My Crap. If you're wondering what... Oh, no, is this 3 wide? Okay, this is 3 wide. Okay, good. I was like, how would I have done something that... Stupid. I was trying to think of a better word for that. But, I mean, because I don't want to call you guys stupid. I mean, if you do something like this, because I've done it plenty of times. I've, built a huge room and realized that it was even, and the work to do to make it odd again would just be astronomical. I've done that. I've had to fix it. So I don't want to call you guys stupid. But I will willingly and often call myself stupid. Just because I do something that's really derpy or dorky, It's like, well, why did you do that? The answer? I was just absent-minded, I didn't mean to do that. Obviously, I knew better. But it just happened, I didn't mean to. But yeah. So, I think... Yeah, maybe I'll put it here. I was thinking I wanted it either here or just above, like here. Actually, let's put it at the point of convergence between these flat walls and this area right here. So let's put it right here. And I'll show you guys how I do this. So I hope this isn't going to be too tedious for you, but just so you guys can get an idea. Alright, so there we have a bridge going across. Now there are other ways to do this, but this is something that you can easily use in vanilla as much as you can in modded Minecraft. So if you go every other 2, it's a good way to be able to measure how far and where you need different markers. Alright, so I'm actually going to cut this part so I can just get it. Nah. Okay. That's fine. I thought it was going to take longer than that. Alright, so if you look at that as it is, you're like, okay, well, how's that really going to be helpful? Alright, so it's easy to tell the center because, like, I'm at the center right now, right? But I need to know where to place these particle generators, right? So that's going to be an easy way to say, okay, I need to go this many torches out from the center to be able to do that. All right, this right here is the center, which is going to be this block right here. All right, so the particle generator, and I'll just put it on top because, oh, oops. Actually, that's not what I'm going to do. And this is on 3x3, which is not a good thing. It's fine if you're mining, but if you're doing work with machinery, not so good. All right. So that's where the energy core goes. But I need to know how far out I need to place everything else. So let's take a look at the tablet. It actually tells you, but I'm not sure. Okay, this is talking about the pylons. I need information about the particle generators. It might be up top. Now let's take a minute, and I mean literal minute, to actually scroll up. Can I use the up arrow? No. Can I use W? No. Okay. I was trying to see if there's another way to do it. Alright. For particle generators, the core as shown in the following images must be placed within 10 blocks of the core. So I'm guessing... Let's go ahead and build, because there's different ways to... Oh, no, that's energy core. Alright, so I'll go out 10 blocks in each direction. Now, I wonder if this counts as 1. We'll see. Alright, so I'm going to count as at first, because I want these things to be as far away from the core as I can get them. Alright, so let's just say 1, 2, or you can go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Now, forgot how to activate these. Okay, invalid configuration. Woo. Just looking at all the different things there. Alright, so let's move it in one. I think you need to have all of them placed before it'll work. Yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and move these. Alright, so actually, sorry guys. I'm going to put it there first. If I need to, I will move them all in. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put you on top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. And I don't think I actually detailed this as well in the last episode that I tried doing this. Or did do it. I didn't try doing it. Alright, let's get the torches down there so we can just see. Alright, so let's see if I can turn this on. I think you just shift click. Nope, not going to work. I need to move them all in one. That's fine. I can fly, so, you know, who cares? Alright, so move you there. And I'll turn this off as soon as I make sure that it's set up correctly. Because we don't want the small storage unit. We want the big one. What? How is that? Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that. Apparently, shift-clicking on the core or on the sphere is still a big no-no, so don't do that. I've done that in the past, and I seem to remember that that was the case, but yeah, it's apparently still the case, so don't do it. So this is going to be the way to do this. So so guys and gals, I ended up down here because I disconnected again. Alright, so actually this thing isn't as much of a pain in the butt as it seems. It's just a pain in the butt when you have to right click on the thing. Alright, let's just do it that way. Sound good? There, now we never have to click on it again. Or accidentally click on it. You know what? I really want a night vision potion, so you guys can actually see the thing. Because I don't know that you can at the moment. I don't want it to be too dark that you can't see what I'm doing because it's confusing enough as it is. Especially when you're the one building it. I've done it enough times where I've gotten a pattern down where I don't have to worry about it too much. But if you're doing this for this first time, it's very confusing. Alright, so I think I have some in here. Yeah, I've got 4 of them. And they're all 8 minutes, so if I haven't finished this in 8 minutes, then I've got problems. And the reason I'd say I've got problems is because I know we're getting close to the end of the episode anyway. And I don't want to make this a 40-something minute episode. But I guess I can if I need to. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging on this. But you want to start off by just making this thing a square. Alright, so this is going to be not level 2. You need to... Actually, I think it is. This is level 2, isn't it? I don't think you need Draconium on this one. Do you? I'm not sure. I've never just left it at that point. I think I've made a... Well, actually, this thing maybe the words. Maybe this is level 3. I can't ever get straight what the lowest level ones are. Alright, so level 1, super basic, just this thing. And I was actually trying to get this to work. Alright, so once the structure is built, simply shift right click one of the particle generators. Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, you guys saw me do it. Why didn't it work? You put these guys on here. Okay, it's this, but you just need to make it out of draconium. To get the next tier, you're going to start having to use redstone. So this is the first tier, tier 4, that you need to start using a redstone. And after that, it needs to be a solid a solid coating of draconium on the redstone core. So to get the higher tiers, you need to make a redstone block, and then trust me, just go ahead and do it one layer at a time, because if you try to do multiple layers at a time, it's going to get really confusing, and I'll fetch that later. So just go ahead and add one layer, and only add it to the original square that you were working with. Alright, so you see what I'm coming out here. So we have four sets of these 3x3s, these 9 blocks that make these protrusions on each side. So don't forget the bottom. The bottom and the top are easy to forget. And if you do forget, it's going to get more confusing. Alright, so you see we've got the basic cube inside, and then you've got a layer of 3x3 on each of the sides. So from here, go ahead and do the exact same thing again. So we're going to go around, I feel like a cooking channel. We're going to go around the sides first. And you don't have to do this, but I would recommend doing it. Go ahead and do the sides and then do the bottom. Just so it's really obvious what you've done and what you haven't done, because you want to make this simple. Don't make it complicated. You can make it very complicated, and you can go, different layers and go all over the place. But this is the next stage. Alright, so it's actually not finished. Now you need to go around each of these and do like so. So basically, you're making a larger cube that you've got these center pieces coming off on. But I would do like I said and go ahead and put the 3x3 on the outside first, because it's much easier to know what blocks you're working with and what shapes you're working with. So, see, isn't that easy? But we've got the 3x3 protrusion now. Now I think we need to do this one more time, but let's check just to make sure. Alright, yeah, see, these have, the way that you tell on here is how many steps they have. So 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps in redstone, and then 5 steps in draconium, because it's going to be on the outside, right? So we've got 3 steps here, 1 step, 2 step, and 3 step. So we're going to do the same thing right again. Oh. Seriously, I do sound like a cooking channel, right? So if you just flip on the Food Network, I'm sure you'll hear very similar commentary. That's actually pretty hilarious. It is to me anyway. It's very amusing. So we're going to do each of these, and like I said before, don't forget the bottom. It's very easy to do. Like so. And you can do this without flying, but obviously being able to fly makes it so much easier. And also, if you don't, I would recommend making a platform underneath it, right? So you can just pillar, and kind of go around. I wouldn't recommend just doing it in midair like this. And I would recommend, even if you have flying in the form of a jetpack, I would recommend doing it this way, or doing it with a platform, and making sure that you can, actually this, I don't think this should be here, and making sure that you can get a stable, stable crosshair, that to deal with, instead of having to go up and down and up and down and up and down. Building with the jetpack for me is so ridiculously frustrating that I have no desire to do it, right? Like, I liked jetpacks when they were the only way to fly, but they're not, so actually, let me take a look at this, because I'm not sure that this is quite right. Oh, actually, yeah, it is. Okay. So we're going to just take off these corner blocks. Okay. That part looks good. Now I just need to make the ring around the top. I don't know, I've dropped a couple of these redstone blocks, but I'll go pick them up, don't worry. I'm not that wasteful. Alright, so now we have the inner core of what we need for the outer one. So now all you need to do is just coat each layer of fish in a nice virgin olive oil. Now, I like to use extra virgin olive oil personally, but, you know, it's fine if you want to go ahead and just use, you know, normal virgin olive oil. But it's really just a preference kind of thing. Okay. So, really, all you're doing is you're covering up every single... Oh, frame drop. We're covering up every single space of red with Draconium. That's all we're doing. Nothing too hard. Let's go ahead and do like this. But yeah, so as you can see, it's really not that bad. Now, you're going to need to brush up a few spots, but, I mean, oh, okay, so apparently it does take me more than 8 minutes to build this thing. That's unfortunate, but I think you guys have got the idea, right? So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up in the dark because, you know, that's what everybody loves to do. But I'm going to finish this up. And the next episode, I will turn it on, and you guys will be able to see the awesomeness. Because it is awesome. I mean, it holds more energy than you're likely to use. Now, will we make... I'm not saying I won't make 4 or 5 of these in the... I don't know if I'd really do that. Maybe I'll make it a challenge that, you know, I need to store up that much energy. You know, I'll have like one over there, one over there. Maybe I'll have some up here, you know, and maybe one over here. You know, let's just be silly about it because that's where I get a lot of fun out of this stuff. I mean, am I going to use it? No. Will I have fun doing it? Yeah. Because it's silly. I mean, you don't need that much power. I mean, even me and my silliness, I'm not going to need that much power. I've actually kind of determined that I'm going to just try and turn it on now. I think I'll probably have to come back with another potion just to work out any kinks that, you know, any spots that I've missed, because I remember the last time I built one of these, and I even commented, I was like, you guys know exactly where I missed a spot. I know you know where I missed a spot, but I can't see it. So I'm going to spend the next half an hour looking for the spot, and sure enough, there was somebody in the comment section. I saw it, and I was yelling at the screen that you know, that you missed this spot, and I could see it. But yeah, I know how it goes. I did the same thing to other YouTubers, so... Alright, so shift right click. Invalid configuration. Alright, well, I'm going to have to figure out what I did wrong. But as far as this goes, this is how you make it. And I will tell you in the next episode what I did to screw it up. So good. Alright, so I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed. But yeah. Have a wonderful day. Okay guys, real quick. I'm pretty sure that I figured out what was wrong. I kind of wondered for a second. It didn't look quite right. I had these corner pieces missing, so I should be able to do it now. Let's move that. There we go. Isn't it pretty? I think it's so cool looking. I wish I could back these guys up a little bit more. I don't like how close they are. For the smaller versions, I think it's fine, but I'd like to back them up another block or two. But yeah. Cool, huh? And it stores... Oh, it only goes up to 2 trillion. It stores more than 2 trillion RF, but it only shows... It just says 2T, as opposed to like 2 point something. But yeah, so that's what that looks like. Awesome. See, we need like 10 of these, right? Forget 4 or 5. We need 20, right? Have a good one.